and welcome to the Netty channel. This is part 2 of just a general chitty chat about different things and things that are going on, and I thought it'd be good knowledge and information to put out there in the world, and hopefully friends and friends catch it and watch it so they know what's going down. So what am I doing? I'm crocheting this at the minute. Now if you watch the way I crochet, I'll let go of the handle and then you see. Now I explained about that in a video I did about the cartoon dog Bluey, and see how I go. It's the way I've got used to doing it. Now I know it's not the correct way. Don't in any way take this as a tutorial, just sitting down and having a chat, and yeah, so if it annoys you, turn off, because that's the way I crochet. I'm really sorry. Well, yeah, there we go. Anyway, I am making a Monkey D. Luffy, or Luffy, whoever his name is, from One Piece. Me and my partner watched it on Netflix, you know, the live action one. I was a fan of the original cartoon, and my partner really likes Monkey D. Luffy, so hence I'm making him the anime version, a crochet version of it. So that's what I'm doing while I chat with you. So if you could kindly, if you've gone straight to this video, if you could kindly watch part 1, this will make more sense. Now the story was that I wasn't feeling very well at all, and they found a prolactinoma on my brain, on the pituitary gland. That's sorted, you know what that is and everything. Great. Oh, I can't help this sobbing breath kind of thing. I've not been crying, it's naturally something that happens, and all will be kind of, I'm sorry to have this like air of mystery about me. I'm not being dramatic in any way, it's just I find it easier to talk out loud, as if I'm talking to a friend who's on the other side of the camera, you know. I can't put things easily in text. I try, and then I realise I miss out things. So anyway, I had a MRI recently that came back. My brain tumour is stable, which is great. I had a CT scan done because they suspected lymphoma. That came back with a tumour behind my breastbone, and recently, about a week or 2 after I had the PET CT scan done, it just went through really quickly, and yeah, that had some radioactive dye in it, and they were trying to find like a hot spot, so you know, and it'd give the surgeon a good idea of where to get the biopsy from. Now some stuff happened with that, where I went to see, I had an appointment in Newcastle to go and see what I thought was the surgeon and the anaesthetist. It wasn't. It turned out to be a really, really lovely nurse called Jackie. Yeah, this is in Newcastle, so she had like that Newcastle accent, but I understood every word she said, which was great. So, but yeah, such a lovely lady. I'm really lucky to have such a nice nurse. She, don't worry when I say this, it's her job. She's a lung cancer nurse, so she looks after people with lung cancer, which is mostly in that part of the building. It's a lot to do with thoracic surgery, so I've gone to a thoracic surgeon, and he is a specialist at lungs, hearts and all this kind of stuff. The PET CT scan showed up, well, I actually got to see the scan, which was really, really interesting. Yeah, it was all red, it was crazy. So I got to see the original CT scan as well, which was, it blew my mind. So it slices you and it looks down, you know, like as if it's chopped your head off. Weird. But like, yeah, so it showed it, and it moves round, and I could see my heart on the screen, which was crazy. Now, I'd seen an MRI before for my brain tumour, and you could see like the eyes. I'll put in it's not my scan, it's one I found on Google which is similar. If you see the eyes on it, it looks like something from the film Mars Attacks. Anyway, but yeah, so I got to see this bugger of a tumour. I haven't given it a name yet. I'm not sure what to call it. I'm not very happy with it. It's a seems to be a bit of a tenant that is an illegal tenant, and I want it evicted as soon as possible, please. That's the way I look at it. So yeah, get out. Alright, so yeah, it shows it. Now, this surgeon, he's amazing. I mean, he's got experience. I'll put in a news article, actually. You can see and read about him. This is, like I say, it's in Newcastle, so it's like a long way from me. It's about 3 or 4, good 3 hours anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you where I live because I don't want people to know, really. You know, there's people who know. If you need to know, you know. Yeah, and it looks like he's not sure if the tumour is actually on the heart, which is quite a scary prospect, actually, that we're not sure. It's either right by it, and it's right by my lungs, or it is actually on the heart. Now, he's not 100% sure what to do. He's I mean, he's fantastic. I am not slagging him off in any way, shape or form. He's being very careful to do what, you know, what he should do, and having a good think about it, shall we say. So they're going to meet next week on Wednesday with a board which has got Nurse Jackie, I'm trying to think how to put it down while I'm thinking. Nurse Jackie, the surgeon, a oncologist, and my haematology consultant. He's a brilliant doctor as well. He was really good, pleasant to meet person. And they're gonna go to the board and decide exactly what to do. Now, they were looking at if I had lymphoma, which is a type of blood cancer. They're not 100% sure, but as the surgeon was telling me, I've got all the classic symptoms of lymphoma, which includes night sweats and itchy skin. I have to itch my skin everywhere until it bleeds, and then I still need to itch it. And lots of other different things as well. Now they think, but again they can't be too sure, that they think the radiologist thinks it's a teratoma, a type of tumour, and the thing is, my haematologist chap, the doctor wants a biopsy to hopefully, fingers crossed, rule out any cancer. And yeah, just that word. But the surgeon is like, right, I can do a biopsy, no problem, because it'll be going in your side, in your right side, a robotic arm. It takes the biopsy out, and absolutely magnificent keyhole surgery, and you're left with maybe 3 stitches. He said, the problem is, if I take that out and take a biopsy, and it turns out I just need to take that tumour out, which is going to be hard if it's attached to my heart. I'm just trying to that this is actually happening to me. This is so weird. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a more difficult surgery, because it means opening up my chest I think he said opening up the breastbone, but I'm not sure, and going in and getting that out and making sure, you know, it's all safe with if it's attached to my heart or whatever. Quite scary. And then like I'm gonna have quite a big scar, but yeah, we don't know that yet. Please excuse me. So yeah, but he's like, 2 surgeries that close together is not really a good idea. Now he said, I'm highly suspect that you have a if it is a cancer, it's psoriatic. Let me get the name. Thymus cancer. I'm very sorry. Thymus cancer. I'd never heard of this. I'm like, what the hell is that? Nurse said it's basically, if we think it's that, and say they're going to go to this board and they're all going to bang their heads together, which is fantastic. That's like 5 different, you know, people who are seen or whatever, and if they all bang their heads together, they can come to a decision. Do we just take a biopsy? What do we do if we find out it's not malignant? Because we don't want 2 surgeries close together. It's like being between a rock and a hard place, really, you know. So yeah, what do? We don't have 2 surgeries that close together. The other option is take the biopsy, we find out whatever, and then come back in 6 months and, you know, scan it again to maybe, you know, and has it grown in that stage, and if it has, it needs to come out. He said, I don't think it's going to get any bigger. I'm not sure, we can't possibly know that because they're not fortune tellers, you know, but there's no crystal ball with this. But do I want that agony for another 6 months, 12 years, and potentially having cancer in me if they don't take a biopsy? I don't know. I don't think it's an option of taking it out and then doing a biopsy on it, because it's a hard one to know, and until they all kind of bang their heads together in the nicest way possible, they're not sure what the plan is just yet. But the plan is, obviously the thing that we do know is on Monday I'm going, which is where you make sure that you're fit and healthy for surgery. You're going to be doing all sorts of tests and make sure that I'm fit and healthy enough to go through with that, to go through with general anaesthetic. Then hopefully a phone call Wednesday the meeting with the board, so call that maybe Thursday, I don't know. It depends how busy they are and when they're going to call me. I truly appreciate that, how overworked, underpaid, except for getting into politics, the NHS is, you know. Anyway, so thymus cancer, I'd never heard of the thymus. Apparently it's something of it. It's a gland, and it's in your neck, I think. When you're a teenager, it dies, and it should go. But with some people, me being difficult, if this is the case, if what it is, it turns into a tumour, you know, and it's in the chest between the lung and the breastbone. It perfectly matches up with, you know, exactly where it is. So it's called a phenoma. So at this stage they're not sure if it's a phenoma, thymic carcinoma, which it means it's cancerous, and it's more likely to be a phenoma if you're younger. Thymic carcinoma, you know, that's the cancer one, and other types of cancer that affect it are lymphoma, which would explain why my neck, under my arms and thighs is all swollen up. And also the type of people that seem to get it are people who have autoimmune diseases. Now I've got to the point with an autoimmune disease where I'm losing my hair, and it was coming out in patches, and I've got scarring alopecia I'll put a picture up on the screen what my head looks like. Basically what I do is I just shave it off because I can't be bummed with bald, patches on the top of my head. But yeah, it would explain my chest pains. Now you hear me sobbing breath. There's something as if it's fighting against me breathing. That's what it feels like. I get very breathless and wheezy. I do have a lot of difficulty with swallowing. Sometimes I'll just choke on thin air, which has always been explained as acid reflux. And I can get very horsey voice as well, and obviously my face, neck and arms are swollen. So yeah, it looks like maybe they're on the ball. Now, as horrible and nasty as thymus cancer sounds, it all depends on my general health and stage, the grades. Are they going to grade the tumour? Are they going to do radiotherapy? Are they going to zap it with chemotherapy? I don't know. They might just be on the ball with this, and I'm so grateful that they've hopefully found what it is. And let me open the notes app so I can start not losing count of how many rows I'm on this, but I've just kind of stopped and read my notes from the other day, so please excuse me for that. I've not been crocheting. I hope that has been okay to listen to. So I'm on row 8 to 25, so I've done number 8. There we go. Right, you know where we are. I do have a row counter somewhere, isn't that weird? Anyway, so yeah, and we're getting there. Getting closer to knowing, getting closer to knowing what it is, and yeah, that will be awesome to know. Not so awesome what it potentially is, but just the next bit now, the next step is knowing how it's going to be treated, what they're going to do. Am I going to start chemotherapy? I just don't know, but I'll know soon, hopefully. And then you'll know, right, I'm just going to get it out, and that's that, or I honestly don't know. So all we know at this stage is it's just dangerous to have 2 surgeries that close together, and one which is going to cause a lot of blood, with and especially if it's lying there on the heart, it's not really a good idea. So, but I can only take from that, and I said to him, I can only take from that he is doing the right thing and caring, and not just going, sod it, I'll just go in there and then take the biopsy, and then I'm being treated with respect, and he's doing his job properly, so I can't thank him enough for that. I'd read up about, I didn't have a clue where the Freeman Hospital was in Newcastle. What I know now is I've been to the RVI about my spine, which is about 5 minutes down the road from it. Right opposite, what's it called? I can never remember the name of it. Newcastle United football ground, St James's Park, and the RVI hospital is right opposite that. And then when you're there and there's a game on that day, you can hear the cheering or the "oh yay," and you know the score basically. So yeah, I'm not a fan of football. I'm a fan of MotoGP, superbikes. I used to be a big fan of Carl Fogarty. Then he did the Foggy Patronus. I don't know. Max Biaggi. I love them all. I think I haven't got a firm favourite. I'm more of a fan of the bikes, and like the I love them all. I can't really pick a favourite anymore, but my favourite used to be Carl Fogarty, so yeah, there we go. But yeah, as I was saying, not a big fan of football, so I do know I was going past yesterday, it was yesterday, I went to see the surgeon, and there was a big field just like, I think it's actually called St James's Park, don't quote me on that, I'll find out and I'll put some text up here. And they're having this free event on Saturday, and it's to celebrate some cup I think they've won, something like that, and it's a free event, so that is going to be absolutely packed. And as I was going past it, they were setting up all the stands and all the kind of goings on for an event there were being built and everything, so yeah, there we are. So that's the latest and greatest, and as scary as it is, I'm just ready to get stuck in now and fight whatever the hell's going on and give it hell and tell it to do one, you know. And yeah, this little resident who's living illegally in my chest, I give it a gender now, haven't I? I've just got to give it a name. It's got to be a really horrible name as well, so I can think of some people who've been nasty over the years, but I don't really want to name it after one. No, I'm not a vindictive person at all, but no, I don't know what to call it. I'll think of something. Anyway, yeah, what else have I got to say? Oh, I'm hoping to do some more streams on Whatnot. Two of my friends are on there, one of them does regular streams on there with his Pokemon cards, and I'm selling some Pokemon toys. I'm just building up some stock really, but I want to make some people some things, and I'm just seeing what this Monkey D. Luffy is going to turn out like, and then I might make one for the shop. I'm not sure, but I'll put a link in the description there anyway. So yeah, I've got my partner's jewellery on there as well, and yeah, we'll do one again soon, I think. It's just nice to kind of escape and kind of, you know, people chat to random people in a way that, you know, it seems to be nice on there. I've had nothing but pleasant people on there really, they've all been great. And oh, what else should I note? This blanket that I'm snuggled in at the minute, I'll put a picture up of what it looked like before. I washed it. I completely forgot that it's acrylic yarn, and yeah, you can see it's gone quite thin. That's what happens if you wash acrylic yarn. They always do what it says on the label, basically. That's why when I sell something I make a point of putting care instructions on the, because perish the thought of somebody not having those instructions, washing it and it going like this on them. It's still nice and warm now, but there you go. What's the latest and greatest? Toki Cat says hi to anyone watching. I'm still looking for music recommendations really, but in reality I've only just finished editing the first video now, but I'll put this one up in a few days and then give it a little gap between the two. And yeah, just always looking for music recommendations. And what projects are you doing at the minute? I mean, art. I do art on here. Obviously now you've seen me doing crochet, I've done knitting in my last one. Yeah, I think that's it really. Can't think of what else anyway. Hey, thanks for watching and listening and that. And when this is finished, I'll put a picture of it up on my Instagram. I shall put a link for my partner's Instagram on there too, because he makes awesome jewellery and stuff like that. So anyway, bye for now. See you again soon.